This is a video for the factor review for December 11th, our third virtual day. I've made one that if you were more of a mental math person and you weren't going to write down a lot of stuff, that's the video you should watch. That's the one you should take a cue from. If you're a person who needs to write down more information and you do better visually with things laid out on the paper, this is the video for you. There's a video also that I posted from YouTube with a guy talking about the X factor. Okay, this is using that, but I'm applying it to our assignment. So we're going to start with, I'm going to start with problem number 7, and that's because everything has positive numbers. So it might bother some of you. I'm starting at 7, but that's where we're going to go. X squared plus 14x plus 24 equals 0. So like the fella in the video says, you make an X. Now the X is simply an organizational tool to help you with thinking. You're going to put positive 14x here, so this linear term, your middle term with the X. Whoops, I don't want the X in there. That was a boo-boo. I want the 14 there. And then I want the 24, and I'm going to put the sign in here. My constant goes down here. So I'm now going to think, what are two numbers I can multiply together to get 24, but when I add them up, I get 14. So sometimes that's a bit of a task to think about what are all of the factors. So I know 1 and 24. When 2 goes into 24, then I think, well, there's 3 go into 24, there's 4 go into 24. And because I start at the number 1 and I work in this organized method, notice that I'm not skipping any at all. So then I can use some mental math and I can say, all right, which of these pairs, when I add them together, will give me 14? And I want the signs all the time because one of the biggest mistakes people make when they're factoring is using the wrong sign. So now I can take my organizational tool and I'm going to use my plus 2 and my plus 12. Write those in the parentheses, put 0. This works where we have to write just x because this is x squared. There's no coefficient here, like the guy says in the video that a equals 1. So when our leading coefficient is positive 1a, this works really simply. We only have to pay attention to these two facts. Let's take a look at problem number 4 next. Problem number 4 is x squared subtract 6x plus 5 equals 0. So there's a video I made talking about the signs. Now, if my constant is positive, that means that both of my factors in my parentheses are going to both be negative. So I'll make my x right here, and I'm going to put my negative 6 here, and then my constant plus 5 goes down here. Again, making sure I'm using the signs. So what are two numbers I can multiply together to get positive 5 that when I add them I get negative 6? Well, 5 only has two factors, one pair, 1 and 5. But both of these are going to be negative. So you can get out your calculator and check. Negative 5 and negative 1 added give me negative 6, but when they're multiplied give me positive 5. Taking the square root of the x squared, I'll have negative 1, negative 5, set it equal to 0. Now what doesn't matter is the order of the parentheses. So I can write this where the factors are flipped around. The only thing that matters is if the signs are pluses or minus, they need to go with the number. So this has to be a positive 5 no matter what. Let's take a look at problem number 1 next. Problem number 1, x squared minus 6x minus 16. Now, when our constants are negative, so for the next two problems, 1 and 12 we're going to do together. I think 12 is, let me see. Let me double check. Oops, no, just number 1. So with number 1 here, see how this is a negative constant? This is a sign that means in our parentheses we're going to have 1 plus and 1 minus. We don't know what the numbers are right now, but that's going to be what happens. So when we make the x, and I have negative 6 and negative 16. So instead of thinking what are the factors of negative 16, I'm going to think what are the factors of 16. I've got 1 and 16, 2 and 8, 4 and 4. Now I'm listing them on the paper. You might list them on the paper, you might use a calculator, you might think about them. I'm listing them on the paper so that you can see what I'm thinking about. Now, when this is negative, one of these two guys are going to be negative. And when this is negative, that means the big number in the pair is going to be negative and the little number is going to be positive. So that's how I know this guy's negative. So that means that the big number in my factor pairs are going to be negative. So now this is going to give me negative 15 if I combine them. This will give me negative 6 and this will give me 0. Which of these match? Right here. So this is going to be positive 2 and negative 8. Then you can double check with your calculator, make sure that that works. So in my parentheses, so you can see here, like I predicted, I'm going to have one parenthesis with a minus, one parenthesis with a plus. Again, the order that you write them down does not matter. What does matter is that you have the correct sign with the correct number. So notice 8 is negative, 2 is positive, but it doesn't matter the order in which I write this. And then problem number 12. Problem number 12 is what I did before. Let me see. Negative, negative. I guess that'll be good. I don't see anywhere another one where my negative constant is there. So we're going to have x squared minus 13x plus 30 equals 0. So negative 13 is here, positive 30 is here. What multiplies together to get 30? Run through your list. 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, 5 and 6. So notice that my first number went in order, so I didn't skip any. So now this is negative, so that means these are going to be negative because 30 is positive. So this means the signs are the same. So this would give me negative 31, negative 17, negative 13, negative 11. And you can see 3 and 10. So negative 3, negative 10. So my answer is x minus 3, x minus 10 equals 0. So this is it. Now this work right here that we've done in each one of these are not my answer. This is like my scratch work, thinking work. This part is the answer. So you'd see it going from this to this on the answer key. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. And you can always come to the Zoom meeting during class time if you need more help.